It's time now for a look at latest in local sports and sports. The Wayne County Yellow Jackets have to play the Sharks of the Islands tonight, a team that's looking for their first win as they're 0-6, 0-1 in region play. Wayne County 0-1 in region play, but 4-2 overall. Jackets coming off a tough road loss at Burke County 37-32, but a lot of football left to be played. Head football coach Jay Shaw says the story of the 2023 high school football team is far from over.
Exactly right. I told the team on Sunday, man, our story is long from over. You know, the journey is what's special. You know, the ups and the downs, and how do you handle adversity, and you know, all those little moments within that year. That's what makes it special. And you know, our story's long from over, and you know, they understand that. You know, we're still learning within our program. We're still young within our culture of our program, what we're trying to build. And you know, last week was a great example of, hey, we're not surprising anybody anymore at Wayne County. Like, you know, you're not going to sneak up on anybody. We got to learn how to prepare and go play with a target on our back and people wanting to beat Wayne County, and you're going to get people's best shot. And, you know, we've got to learn to do that, and that's within our program building and culture, and, you know, all those things that we're trying to build as a coaching staff within our program. You know, we've got to definitely get better at that, but, you know, keep saying it, man, never underestimate the power of belief, and just keep swinging, keep believing. Our story's long from over, and, you know, I told the team on Sunday, you know, what motivates me is come December, what are people going to say? What are we going to look back and say about the 2023 football team? You know, they went through some injuries, went through some adversities, but, man, they were a bunch of fighters, and they knew how to, when it was time to go, it was time to go. And they hit adversity right back in the teeth, or it goes the other way. And we got to make that decision, and I feel pretty confident with which decision we're going to make as a football team.
And once again, you catch all Coach Shaw's comments tonight on the Wayne County Coaches Show. It airs at 6:30, leads into our pregame show at 7. Kickoff tonight, 7:30, Wayne County at the Islands. Following the game, the Oakland Associates postgame show, in which Coach Shaw will give us his thoughts on tonight's ball game. Again, all that tonight here on Big Dog Country, FM 105.5. Wayne County senior Matthew Fuller having a nice season. The Yellow Jackets and Fuller hits into tonight's game with 1,075 yards rushing. That ranks second across the entire state of Georgia. In first place is Lumpkin County's Mason Sullins. He's rushed for 1,119 yards up to this point in the season. Fuller should have a nice night tonight against the Islands. Again, a verbal commitment to the University of South Carolina. Again, Matthew Fuller ranks second right now in the state in rushing. Another nice win for the JV football team yesterday at home. They beat Long County 21-6. Other high school games in the area tonight. Long County's at Beach. Appling County hosts Toombs County. Toombs County is still unbeaten on the season. Bacon at Johnson. Bradwell at Coffee. Brantley hosts Windsor Forest. Brunswick at Lakeside Evans. Camden hosts Richmond Hill. South Effingham's at Glen Academy. Jeff Davis at Dodge County. New Hampstead's at Southeast Bullock. Statesboro hosts Greenbrier. Ware County is at Jenkins. BC and Burke play each other. That game over at Burke County High School in Waynesburg. Those are some of the other high school games in the area. Volleyball teams in action Thursday. They took on Tatnall County. Both the JV and varsity volleyball teams win yesterday. JV wins 2-0. Varsity wins 2-0. It was senior night. Seniors recognized in between games. Senior volleyball players this year, Mary Nell Mosley, Lucy Lewis, and Hannah Wilkerson. Lady Yellow Jackets softball team wrapped up the region championship yesterday with a 9-1 win in just 5 innings over Southeast Bullock. With the region title, Wayne County will now host 3 other teams in the Super Regional, which will begin a week from this coming Wednesday. As soon as we get the times and opponents, we'll have all that information here on Local Sportscast. In the win yesterday, home runs in the game by Reagan Harvey and Dakota Crow. Harvey a 2-run shot in the 3rd inning. Dakota's a 3-run shot in the 4th inning. Addie Tyre picked up the win in the circle. She allowed just 1 run and just 3 hits. The cross-country teams were in action yesterday at Long County. Team scores and placement have not yet been released by the meet manager, but Samuel Steele placed 16th. Tristan Yarburg, Franklin Gibbs, and Brandon Douglas all set personal records with their times. Ashlyn Pittman placed 9th. Faith Williams, the only girl to set a personal record. JV boys had a good day. They completely dominated with Samuel Shanklin taking first place. Morris Lewis placed 2nd, and George Breed placed 4th in that race yesterday over in Long County. Recreation scoreboard from last night in 8U football. The Ducks beat Hammer Time 19-0. The Bulldogs and the Wildcats, a good one in 10U football. Bulldogs win 14-13. 8U soccer, it was Jern 2, Agunda 0, Ward 3, Odom 1, Pease 3, Aldridge 1, Cook 2, Graham 0. 10U soccer was Graham 1, Purcell 0, Juan 8, Winowski 1, Johnson Odom 3, Vasquez 0, Wingate 6, McDonald 0. In 12U soccer, it was Harris losing to Marino Cruz 4-1. Wingate and Hubbard tied 1-1. In 14U soccer, it was Too Good 2, Wilkins 1. College football this weekend, both Georgia and Georgia Tech have night games, while Georgia Southern has the weekend off. Georgia Tech in a key ACC matchup at Miami, kickoff at 8 p.m. Georgia at home hosting Kentucky in a matchup with two undefeated teams. Dogs listed as a 2-touchdown favorite at home between the hedges. Again, Kentucky's comes Colin Wayne County's Trevin Wallace, starting linebacker for the Wildcats. Again, he wears number 32, having a nice season. Had a nice interception last week in the win over the Florida Gators. And that Georgia Tech game will be on AM 1370. Again, kickoff set for 8 p.m. pregame before that. Other games this weekend in college football, the Red River Shootout, Texas and Oklahoma. Again, that'll be the last time that game will be played. Alabama and Texas A&M. Florida taking on Vanderbilt. Ohio State hosts Maryland, LSU at Missouri, FSU Virginia Tech, Notre Dame at unbeaten Louisville, Ole Miss hosting Arkansas, Clemson, Wake Forest, North Carolina against Syracuse, Michigan plays Minnesota. Those are some of your college games. Sunday, the Falcons host Houston at 1 p.m., Jaguars and Buffalo in London at 9:30. Again, that game on AM 1370. Falcons game at 1 o'clock on FM 105.5. Major League Divisional Series begins Saturday. The Atlanta Braves host the Philadelphia Phillies. Game 1 at 6:07, first pitch Saturday afternoon. The pregame before that on Big Dog Country, FM 105.5. Best 3 out of 5 series. The Saturday baseball action begins at 1 p.m. The Rangers are at Baltimore at 4:45. The Twins at the Houston Astros. 6:07, the Braves and the Phillies. And 9:20 Saturday night, it'll be Arizona at Los Angeles. Game 2 of the Braves series is set for Monday, October 9th at 6:07. Again, no Sunday game between the Braves and the Phillies in this series. All the games here on Big Dog Country, FM 105.5 for Atlanta Braves baseball. Again, the series begins Saturday in Atlanta. First pitch at 6:07. That's going to do it for latest in local sports.